building R&D, if you liken that to kind of like in the baseball world, lower level players are drafting out of the gate, like it's really important for building the great foundation for a company. And that's ultimately where your product's gonna be and how well you're gonna be able to sell in the market. So hyper important to get that right early on and not like waste a lot of that money. Dodgers have a little more luxury given the amount of money they have to do that. But, even at Flowcast, we raised money early on. So it meant we could make mistakes here and there and maybe not hit the mark on a certain product or whatever, but we'd be able to recover from that, maybe hire some more engineers or, move on to the next product line and just like do what's right. And so having more money does allow for more mistakes to be made for sure, and still be successful. But regardless, you got to be investing in that area to have a great product, which the product is the team. In baseball, in software, the product is the software that you're building. So starting with that foundation is super important. And even like in baseball, the last dynasty, I think you could say, if you agree the Dodgers are a dynasty, which Kike Hernandez said that at the parade, that we're a dynasty. Tough to disagree. The last one was the Yankees, right? They won 3 in a row in the 90s and almost 4 in a row. One Luis Gonzalez.
Oh yeah, bloop single.
We bloop single up the middle off Mariano Rivera to hold that back.
Beautiful day.
But like that team was not. I remember at the time everyone complaining about how much money they were spending, and really like they signed A-Rod and then Jason Giambi and then Mark Teixeira. Like, they're getting all these guys, but people forget it was an incredible foundation of guys who came up through the minors. Like Derek Jeter was awesome, Paul O'Neill, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera. Like they were the foundation of that team, and then they added all the big money guys on top of it. You look at the Dodgers, very similar concept. And a lot of people forget that like that 2017, 2018 timeframe, most of that talent was homegrown. Kemp, Ethier, Loney, like Russell Martin, like those Chad Billings, like Clayton Kershaw, like those were the clutch guys at the time. And we had drafted and developed all of them. And then we had the money all of a sudden with the Guggenheim group to go ahead and supplement that with some really expensive free agents. And that's how you kind of end up where we are today.